Hello Transformers fans! Adam here, back for another Transformers review with a G1 reissue of Decepticon Triple Changer ASTROTRAIN. Let's get into it, starting with the box. So on the front, graphics of ASTROTRAIN in two of his three modes. On the top, a demonstration of how to transform him. On the sides, pictures of him in all three modes. Same pictures on the bottom. And on the back, the usual graphic of the Transformers and a mini bio for ASTROTRAIN. Alright, we'll put that back there and focus on ASTROTRAIN himself. So this right here is how both the box and the instructions say he is supposed to look in bot mode with his fins spread out across his chest, and I have to respectfully disagree. One, this is unsightly, and two, it limits the movement in his arms, and the movement is already pretty limited being G1 and all. So what you can do is bring two parts of his fin together, bring it down all the way, and tuck it up across his chest. And look at that. This is much more accurate for what he actually looked like on the show, and now his arms have almost full range of motion, aside from the wings blocking them. And that's basically the only articulation that he has. Nothing with the elbows, nothing with the legs. Again, he's G1. So what you can do is put the blaster in his hand and have him blast some Autobots. And look at the size of this blaster. I mean, take it out, stand it up, and it's not that much shorter than he is. Alright, put that to the side. And let's take an up-close 360 look here. Check him out. My only gripe is, on the front, the color scheme is not quite accurate for what it actually looked like on the show, but the G1s weren't always accurate appearance-wise. Still though, ASTROTRAIN here and Blitzwing, they're always my favorite non-combining Decepticons, just because they had not one but two alt modes. So, let's go ahead and switch them into that first alt mode. Starting with the arms. Bring them down and put them into place on his sides. So, 1 and 2. Bring up these engines and clip them into place over his head. Just like that. Now bring in the wings and wrap them around his chest. Raise up his legs and clip them together. And finally, rotate down these wheels and swing this wheel out from the side. Same on the other side. And there he is in his first alt mode as a train, ready for phase 1 of getting the Decepticons out of Autobot City during their hasty retreat. Or as Starscream would put it, ASTROTRAIN, transform and get us out of here! And somehow, the entire Decepticon army can fit inside of this tiny train, because it's Transformers World, and things don't always have to make sense. And the only articulation I can really speak of are the wheels, so just go ahead and roll them around. Choo-choo! Alright, now let's switch them into a second alt mode. So, swing these wheels back in, rotate these wheels back up, same on the other side. Now bring the wings back out, extend them fully, raise the engines temporarily, just so you can bring out the fin. Now close them back up, bring this fin back all the way, and then raise up these panels, and bring out this nose, and rotate it out all the way. Now drop these panels back down. And there he is, in his second alt mode, as a space shuttle, ready to bring the Decepticons back to Cybertron. And again, somehow, in this tiny shuttle, the Constructicons can combine and form Devastator, because again, things don't always make sense in Transformers World. Alright, let's go ahead and get him back to bot mode. So, raise up these panels, rotate this nose back in, bring the panels back down, bring his legs back down, go ahead and bring his arms back out, bring the engines back, drop them into place on his back here, and then again, my preference, bring down the fin all the way, and tuck it up into his chest. And back to a bot. So, G1 ASTROTRAIN here. Not the most articulate and not the most accurate appearance-wise, but still, definitely one of my favorite Decepticons just because of the whole triple changing factor. And hopefully they'll release a Studio Series version of him soon for a more accurate appearance. But that'll wrap it up for this video. Join me for my next one. Until then, take care, Transformers fans. Hello there, Transformers fans. Adam here, back for another Transformers review with a G1 reissue of Decepticon Seeker Skywarp from the '86 animated movie. Let's get into it, starting with the box. Pretty much what we've come to expect from these animated movie boxes. So, graphics of Skywarp on the front here in both of his modes. A transforming demonstration on the top. On the one side here, plastic-free packaging. Very important. So important that they have to put it in 5 different languages. On the other side here, pictures of Skywarp in both his modes. Same pictures on the back, along with a mini bioform. Alright, we'll put that back there and focus on Skywarp himself. Skywarp here is low-key probably my favorite of the Decepticon Seekers for a few reasons. One, he was the very first Transformer revived when they crash-landed on Earth 4 million years ago. For another reason, he has this awesome ability to teleport. Very disappointing that they only showed that in a few episodes on the show. And then finally, he is perhaps part of the biggest debate in Transformers history. Was it he or Bombshell who Unicron turned into Cyclonus? I say it was Bombshell. He was shown front and center. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Hey, stay on there. Pardon me for a sec. There we go. Stay. Alright, and now, focusing on his appearance. Once again with these movie reissues, a much more accurate paint job for what it actually looked like on the show. And I've said it before, I know, I've said it a million times, and I'll probably say it a million more times, but I am a huge fan of not having any stickers and it just being all paint. I'm sorry, but I do not miss applying stickers and eventually having them peel off. What do you guys think? I always look forward to hearing these answers, so tell me in the comments. And then, articulation, well, it's G1, and it is exactly like the original, so the only articulation are the arms here. We'll move them up, move them down, and that's about it. I mean, I guess technically you can move his feet a little bit, but mainly that's just for transforming. So, yeah, that's all she wrote there. But what's awesome here, put him aside for a second, and he comes with a transformed Megatron. So, take him apart, put him in Skywarp's hand here. So, top half goes up here, and then bottom half right here. Clip that into place. Get them all now. Don't fight me. There we go. Oh, not yet. Being stubborn on me. There he is. And now they are ready to blast our favorite Autobots, just like they did in the '86 movie. Technically that was Starscream, but hey, it's the same mold and all. So, take that Brawn, take that Prowl, goodbye Ratchet, and Ironhide. Such heroic nonsense. Pow! Alright, let's get that out of his hand. Yep, stay upright, Skywarp. Alright, put Megatron aside. And let's go ahead and transform him. Start by taking off these ridiculously oversized lasers. Stupid choke hazard laws. Now take off the launchers and set them aside for now. Take off his robot fists. So 1 and 2. And rotate the wings halfway and we'll come back to them. Push up his feet. Rotate these fins. Bring his head and cone down. Push it through this opening here while bringing the cockpit up. Now go ahead and connect the cone to the cockpit. Swing his arms in and connect them right here in the middle. Go ahead and connect the cockpit. Finish rotating the wings. Clip this wheel right here on the bottom as he stares at you. Pretty creepy. Reattach the launchers to the bottom of his wings. And then finally, instead of the ridiculously oversized lasers, attach these ridiculously oversized missiles. 1 and 2. Sometimes it's a little bit of a hassle getting them to stay in. Bit of an issue with these launchers. Not the best quality. Alright, there we go. And there he is as an F-15 fighter jet, ready to blast some Autobots from the air. And the cockpit does actually open, and that's because when these were originally created in Japan as part of the Diaclone toy line, they had human pilots. And Hasbro kept that feature when they brought them over for the Transformers. Although on the show, the only time we ever saw the cockpit used is when they were holding a human hostage. But anyway, let's go ahead and transform him back. Start by taking off these oversized missiles. Take off the wheel. Take off the launchers. And set them aside again. Rotate the wings halfway, and we'll come back to them. Rotate these fins back. Bring his feet back down. Unclip the cockpit so that you can swing his arms back out. So 1 and 2. Now disconnect the cone from the cockpit. Swing that cone back down through this opening in the middle. Bring it back up to bring his head back out. And lay the cone back all the way. Finish rotating these wings. Reattach his robot fists. So 1 and 2. Clip the launchers back into his arms. Come on now, get in there. There we go. And then finally, reattach the ridiculously oversized lasers. Stay in there. Again, these launchers are not the best quality. Alright, 1 and 2. And back to a bot. Alright, we'll leave that aside. Alright, very happy to have my favorite of the Seekers back in my collection. No, the launchers are not the best quality, but what are you going to do there? I am, however, a big fan of his show-accurate appearance, and I am very happy that they kept the die-cast right here. Hopefully they release a Studio Series version of him soon, but that wraps up this video, so join me for my next one. Good night, Transformers fans.